All right, welcome back to another episode with myself, LL Crypto, and also Edo. So, how are you doing today?
Yeah, hello Luke. I'm excited to be back for another episode.
Excellent. So, in today's episode, we're going to talk about how to, not get wrecked in crypto. It's easier said than done, that's for sure. We're going to look at the past cycles that we've been involved in. I mean, when we got into crypto, I was in crypto in 2017, 2018. I didn't really get into it properly until 2020 during the crash that we had back then. What about yourself?
I got into crypto in 2018, I think. And I guess back then I didn't know much about crypto. I guess it took me some learning over the years to understand how the cycle, how they be. I guess I did learn by trial and error.
Yeah, so in today's episode, then we'll talk about the altcoins because that's why most people are here. But also, sadly to say, the altcoins are generally the ones that get people absolutely wrecked. 2017, 2018, that's how I got wrecked with the altcoins. I didn't know what I was doing, so I spent 2 years mainly figuring out what crypto was, studying it for 2 years, and then in 2020, when we had that crash in, I think it was the March through May, we had a huge financial crash because of the pandemic.
Yeah, it's 2020, yeah, it's March, April, yeah, around that period.
Yeah, and then I went basically all in, and that's how I made my first lot of profit in crypto, ready for the bull run of 2021, 2022. So if we just go over to the charts, and if we look at the monthly with Bitcoin, so I got in at the peak here, back here with altcoins, and went through all this period of absolute boredom. It was so dull being in crypto here, but I used this time to educate myself, and that's another one thing very important, how not to get wrecked, is educate yourself. Don't just listen to us. Don't listen to other influencers. Well, if you do listen to them, just verify. Do your own research. We can't stress that enough. Doing your own research. I don't know how you feel.
I mean, that's key. That's key to understand a little bit every project before you invest in them. Obviously, there are the big players, Bitcoin, Ethereum, which are maybe the safest asset you can have in this space. But it's always good to make your own research, understand a little bit what these crypto assets, what they are. And the more you understand the fundamentals, the better you'll be equipped in this cryptocurrencies world.
Yeah, so with the altcoins, because most of the altcoins, they go down, 90%? Some of them down 98%. And so it's very important that, okay, you're going to see YouTube influencers, even myself, we're going to talk about altcoins that we buy, but we're not telling you, hopefully the others are not telling you as well, to buy those coins. You should be basically watching our videos and then just copy buying everything we talk about, because we're just, it's only for educational purposes only. So one way to get absolutely wrecked is just following the crowd. It's very, very important. If you do hear about certain coins, to do your own research, look at it, look at the community. I mean, even if they've got good fundamentals, when the bear market comes, everything goes down 90%. Bitcoin will probably go down 50 to 70%. If that happens, then the rest of the space goes down 98, 99%. Some of these coins will lose 100%. I remember the last cycle watching even the safest coins, you think in the top 10, top 20. Okay, I'm just going to invest in them. But that's not a guarantee. Look at what happened to FTX. Look what happened to Terra Luna. They were both, if I'm not mistaken, both in the top 10. And I remember coming home from work and seeing Terra go from over $100 a coin down to zero. So the only safest coin out there, if I'm not being a Bitcoin maximalist, but Bitcoin is the one. So one strategy not to get wrecked is whatever profits you make in this bull run, at the end of this bull run with the altcoins, is the little old lady strategy, where whatever you've made in the altcoins, you want to put into Bitcoin. But again, it's just my opinion, not financial advice.
I mean, if someone comes to you and say, like, buy this coin because the person says that 100% this person will shoot up high, yeah, you want to be careful about that. The only thing people could say is that this coin has potential, but there are still risks, and there are risks regardless of which crypto asset it is, because this is even a basic about investment. Every investment has a risk, and is true for stocks, and it's also true for cryptocurrencies. So nobody should come to you and say that buy this coin because this coin is 100% guaranteed. If you have such a friend, maybe watch out because it could be a scam.
Yeah, and having said that, if we think about some of the coins out there like AI gaming, I've been an advocate for these. I think AI and crypto gaming will do really well. They haven't started yet, and that's the thing. You have to do your research on those because a lot have been going down over the last year, and so I know some that have transferred all their crypto coins from the top 20 into highly speculative assets, really risky assets in AI, and they've lost a lot of money. So I'm not saying that they can't make money. AI and gaming will probably blow up very, very soon, especially if we do have the altcoin season that we're all highly anticipating. Then yeah, maybe AI and gaming and the rest of the space will absolutely explode to the upside. But where there's high risk, there's also high reward, or where there's high reward, there's high risk. And so if you don't know what you're doing, you go into these smaller coins, mid-cap, lower cap coins, then it can be dangerous and quite stressful jumping into these coins because you can lose 50+% overnight. 80%, I've seen them go down 70-80% overnight. So if you want to play it safe, again, nothing is completely safe because like we just said, FTX and Terra Luna was in the top 10. Then just stick to the top 10, the top 20 coins, which could be the best thing if you're a newcomer in the space, just to experience what it's like to go through a bull run. Obviously, these things are not going to do like 100x. They'll probably do 5 to 10x. Some of them have already done a 3 to 6x already, even more. But yeah, if you want to speculate on these smaller coins, then you can, but maybe with 5% of your portfolio. Maybe 5% is a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this all depends on also how much time you also want to invest in looking at what you've invested, because it's true, if you invest in a highly volatile asset, then it maybe might require much of your time to see how the coin is doing, also to check the news. Obviously, you don't want to use this is the news to define if you are buying an asset or if you are selling this asset, because you definitely don't to buy the news. But if you go to a highly volatile asset, however, you might need to dedicate more time to see how this asset is doing. But also something else that I really like when it comes to investment also is to define a clear strategy right at the beginning, to know maybe if you are investing for a long term, if you're investing for a short term, and to also to define a clear strategy even before you start investing, and also to stick to that strategy. I guess we also never stress this one enough. You definitely don't want to follow people. You want to, obviously listen to others so that you can also know what others are doing, have a point of view. But however, we definitely don't want to have to just go in investing without having a clear strategy. A strategy is key because once you have a strategy, you try to stick to that strategy, even though sometimes the market might be crashing. But if you stick to that strategy, it could be the key to make bigger gain.
And if you don't know what you're buying, don't buy it. But it's not financial advice. That's why you have to do your research first into the coin. If you can't explain what the crypto is and why you get into it, then maybe just take a step back before you buy that coin. Do research on it, and don't hold on to some bags. Maybe you've got bags of altcoins and you really believe in it, but it keeps going down. Sometimes when it's time to sell, it's time to sell. So you don't want to be a massive bag holder and you just hold it all the way down to zero. So if we just look at the chart, so Bitcoin, when we had this bull run with Bitcoin, then the dominance came crashing down, and this is when the altcoins absolutely exploded. Ever since, we've been going back up, over the months, and we've just started to falling over the past few weeks. So are we going to are we in this phase here before we start heading down even lower? I think we're going to come down to about 40% in the dominance. When that happens, Bitcoin will probably be at its all-time high over the next couple of weeks, months, and then this thing is going to come crashing all the way down here, similar to this, where we saw this huge waterfall from 70% down to 40%. And when that happens, the altcoins are going to absolutely smash through key levels. So such as Ethereum. Is Ethereum going to go to 6K? Is 6K closer than you think? For Ethereum, the top 10 will start pumping like crazy. Altcoin season was altcoin season, but we haven't been in there too long. Usually when we peak out the bull market, usually altcoin season remains in the dark blue for many, many weeks. But it was only in there for about a week or two. And now we're back to being like almost neutral. So this is probably, the last time to jump. It's very, very risky now to jump into crypto. Maybe just take a step back, just watch it play out, educate yourself, ready for the next cycle. Because when Bitcoin starts making its final ascent, then the top 10, top 20 are going to start shooting up. And then the mid-cap, micro-cap coins are going to explode as well if the cycles repeat. Can't stress that enough. And it's not a guarantee.
Yeah, for sure, it's not a guarantee. But I think that
It'll be the top.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, it's true that there is nothing guaranteed. But I feel like history that's repeat though. But what we don't know, what we can't really tell, is when it will happen. Like it's been October, will it be November, will it be December, or will it be even early January?
All because everyone's talking about this quarter. Everybody's talking about October through December. Is it too obvious? And we do have an altcoin season next year.
But sometimes it's true that sometimes it seems too obvious. But sometimes the obvious is what happens. It's kind of funny. But I mean, one thing we can agree on is that the season, the bull season is just about to end.
So I still think we're about, I would say 30% chance that the bear market is here. It all depends on what Bitcoin does next. It's a 70-30%. I still think 70% yes, we're going to have this altcoin season, 30% no. That's probably being objective in my opinion. So it's 70-30. And if we go over to crypto bubbles, just one thing that stands out as well, if we look at the weekly, some things indicating for an altcoin season, this came out of nowhere. This is a chain opera AI. Within a week, it went from 29.30 cents to $5.70. $5.75, which is phenomenal growth. In 1 week, the growth is almost 1,500%. So if any of you guys or girls out there are on these exchanges and have got this, then just check your portfolio. So you're going to see this. Another reason why I think with big chance that we're going into an altcoin season is because some things are pumping. Look at Zcash, BNB has made all-time highs. Ethereum probably start going. Next, we're going to start seeing many coins like Chain Opera AI absolutely explode in a week. Like this is what I've been talking about, where we're not in altcoin season yet, but when it hits, most coins will be doing this on a weekly basis.
Yeah, and you want to be in the market when it happens. The only thing is, when will it happen? And even if it will happen during this season, but I mean, it will be good to see when this eventually happens. But you definitely want to play safe as you are going to the end of another crypto cycle.
Exactly. So stay safe out there. Don't get wrecked. Have an exit strategy, whatever strategy that is. Maybe putting it into stable coins or doing that little old lady strategy of putting your money into Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin will go down 40-50%, you'll be ready. You want more. You want to gain as much Bitcoin as possible, ready for the next cycle. So thanks again for sticking to the end. Make sure to subscribe to our channels. Leave any comments in the section below, and we will see you next time with another video.